Welcome back to Houston Life. June is Men's Health Month, and it's a great reminder for all of us to advocate for our own health and the health of others. Our next guest has been through his own health issues that eventually led to the creation of a very successful pharmacy business. Shaun Noorian, founder of Empower Pharmacy. Welcome to Houston Life. It's great to see you in studio. Congrats on the success of your pharmacy. I have questions about that, but walk our viewers through your own journey, because you actually had low testosterone. You were having all of these unexplained issues, and that went undiagnosed until one day you had an injury on the job.
Right. You know, I was always born a young, scrawny little kid, and I could never gain any weight. And one day I got injured while working out in the oil fields, and I was put into the healthcare system where I was quickly diagnosed with low testosterone. And my provider sent me to a specialist that then utilized a compounding pharmacy to be able to customize that dosage form, strength, and get access to me for these medications that were very expensive.
And until then, sorry to jump in, but you had been told what? That this was just your body type, this was normal, all of the symptoms you were experiencing, you were told were no big deal.
Well, I wasn't told anything at all. Like most men, we don't want to go into the healthcare system.
You don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about it, and we want to tough it out. You know, we don't think it's a problem, but we have no idea that our lives could be so much better if we actually sought out treatment. And so when I was forced to seek out treatment, so to speak, you know, I got on these medications that I received from this compounding pharmacy, and my life completely changed.
How did it change?
So before, I was depressed. I had very little ambition, my libido was off, and when I got these medications, I gained 10 pounds of muscle practically overnight. I got that ambition, motivation, my libido increased, and I had, my depression went away. And so, you know, that was my first medication that I got on. And as I learned more and more about men's health and all the ancillary medications, not just testosterone, which is what that medication was, but also erectile dysfunction medications, premature ejaculation, delayed ejaculation, weight management, gynecomastia, prostate health. You know, we bring all these different areas together to treat the man holistically and give them the best quality of life.
It's interesting. I mean, when it comes to health, and we were just chatting with our studio audience during the break, it seems like maybe people as they age are a little more likely to talk about health issues. Men in general, I think, are disproportionately less likely to talk to their spouse, their partners, their doctors about things that might be embarrassing, things that might be concerning. We see a lot of people putting off going to the doctor or putting off dealing with these health issues. What would be your message, considering June is Men's Health Month? This is something year-round we should be thinking and talking about, but especially this month. If there's someone out there who thinks, hey, I just don't feel like myself, my body feels a little bit off, what are some of the tips that you have for men out there to improve their health?
Absolutely. You know, we have a lot more options today than we had in the past, especially with the advent of telemedicine. You know, if we're too ashamed or afraid to go see a doctor, we can just get on our phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and get access to a specialist that we can see through a screen instead of in person in the comfort of our own homes, and talk about the issues that we're having. And then that functional medicine expert can then order lab tests for us if necessary, get those lab results sent back to him or her, and then work with the patient to be able to create a customized treatment program so we can live the best version of ourselves that we can be.
And aside from medical treatment and seeking advice, there are simple things like lowering our alcohol intake that can make a big difference in our lives.
Absolutely. You know, living the 5 pillars of health are very important, more so than any others. You know, of course, you got diet, nutrition, alcohol intake that deals with nutrition. Also, sleep optimization, stress reduction, and then biomarker optimization. And the biomarker optimization is what you're doing when you're working with a provider to get you those chemicals that your body no longer endogenously creates.
And those are things, obviously, as we age, our bodies evolve. You also mentioned improving body composition and weight. So if we're underweight, if we're overweight, all of those things can contribute to a lower quality of life.
Exactly. And we see, especially as patients age, sarcopenia is one of the worst killers, where you don't have enough muscle to be able to stand up, move, and then it's just downhill from there. And so, while at the same time using weight management techniques and anabolic therapies that build muscle, you can help a patient be more mobile and live a much better quality of life.
I know we're talking a lot about men today, but this really goes for anyone to listen to their body, right? And it seems like when you had this breakthrough and you finally realized that your low testosterone was causing all of these issues, what would be your message to someone out there who maybe feels a little bit off, but they haven't taken the steps to figure out what it is?
Well, I would say you're not going to understand until you actually try the medication. And as soon as you try the medication, you'll feel like you were when you were a kid in many cases, because that's when you had your highest testosterone levels. And over time, as testosterone declines, we go through our midlife crisis. And we think that buying a Corvette's going to solve the problem, but it doesn't. It's all internal that we have to solve first before we can really live the best version of ourselves and operate at peak performance.
What do you have against Corvettes? No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. Shaun Noorian, thank you so much. We should point out, by the way, that Empower Pharmacy, so now it's one of the biggest and most advanced pharmacies, compounding pharmacies in the world. Congratulations on your business. That's fantastic. And I'm glad to know you're doing well.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
All right. Thanks for the chat. Some good reminders. And for more info, as always, you can visit our website, HoustonLife.tv. Now let's